Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Old School Gunner. Please smash that like for me, guys, and smash that subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has supported me since I started my channel 3 years ago. My channel is flourishing, guys. I just want to thank you all very much. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the whole Arsenal situation, Mikel Arteta, Edu, the signings we made, the start to the season, everything. I'm going to lay it all out there. I'm just going to start by bigging up another couple of YouTubers out there, bigging up their channels. First of all, I'd like to big up Warren from Warren's Team Talk. Check out his channel, check out his uploads, like and subscribe to the man. He's an Arsenal fan. He's been supporting the club since 1972. He's got a relatively new channel, Warren's Team Talk, so check that out. He's done some live podcasts with me on my Old School Gunner fan cam. He's guested. It's always been a pleasure. The man has a wealth of knowledge, so do yourselves a favour and check it out. Next, Stapes22, the 3 Pointers. Check out their channel. Do yourselves a favour. One of the best channels I've seen in a long time. And that's all there is about it. Next, just put that down here. Next is Drawn by Dre. Check out his channel. Very good channel. Top quality. He does a possession based podcast once weekly with a friend, which I have also guested on. Check out his channel, Drawn by Dre. The next is Arsenal Alex. Check out his channel. Very good channel also. He's monetized. He's well over 1,200 subscribers. Do yourselves a favor, check out the man's channel. That's Arsenal Alex. Okay, I think that covers it. Now let's talk about the real deal, guys. The most important thing. A lot of us Arsenal fans, we have been asked to trust the process. But what process are they actually talking about? And what are Mikel Arteta and Edu planning for the future of this great football club of ours? Let's be honest, guys, the start of the season has been less than satisfactory, to say the least. It has been absolutely shocking. The worst start to a season in 67 years. It's the first time in 25 years, 25 seasons of football, that we are not involved in European football. The warning signs are there. What more do people need? This whole trust the process situation, people saying trust the process under Arteta. How much trust are we supposed to give when it's affecting the very club that we love and care about? Enough is enough, in my opinion. I'm going to talk openly now, guys. This is not pre-scripted. This is me. I'm just going to let it all go off. The pre-season, the defensive problems. When Mikel Arteta came to Arsenal from Manchester City, where he had been understudy to Pep Guardiola, he took a defensive coach with him. What exactly they're doing in training is beyond me. The defense is worse now than it has ever been. At the end of the day, you can do all the training you want, but when you don't have the right players in the right positions and quality defenders, this is Premier League level we're talking about here now. Premier League. It's the toughest league in world football. I honestly don't know what to say. The defense is at 6s and 7s. We're all at sea. The pre-season was bad enough. Okay, I'm not going to go into those results. The start of the season has been nothing short of shocking, appalling, disgraceful. The performances, regardless of who we were playing. Our first game was against a newly promoted side, and they did not come through automatically. They came through the playoffs, so they didn't win the first division. Okay, let's just set that straight. We had enough in the tank to beat them on the opening day of the season. They absolutely destroyed us. They outplayed us from the front to the back. They were all over us. Arteta knew going into the game what to expect. He knew he should have had the team prepared. There's no excuse for not winning that game. I don't care what anybody says. Even more emphasis was put on a victory in this game because we had Chelsea and then we had Manchester City. In my opinion, the two strongest teams in the Premier League. You have the league champion City, you have the European Cup winners and the Champions League winners Chelsea. We didn't know what was going to happen in those games. We knew we were going to be up against it. It was vital we got off and got that win in the first match. To have those 3 points in the bag, no, just couldn't be. Now as it stands, we've played 3, lost 3, scored no goals, conceded 9. As of now, today. Okay, and this is Monday. We're playing Norwich at the weekend. We haven't scored any goals. We've conceded 9. In the last game, we created 1 chance in the whole match. Okay, that was a shot on target. That's not enough to win an argument, guys. We're not going to win anything with that. Yeah, where do I go from here? I mean, there's so many problems at the club. In the pre-season, before the end of last season, Arteta and Edu should have already had a shortlist of the player they wanted. We always leave it till the last minute to get the players we need. The club has spent more money in this summer transfer window than any club in any of the top divisions in football. We have spent more than any club in Europe, £150 million, after we signed Takehiro Tomiyasu from Bologna, the Japanese international. £150 million. You can't see the problem with that? You're still trusting the process now? A lot of the players we have bought are not first teamers. They're like backup, reserve. With respects to them, there's a couple of good signings in there. Sambi Lakonga, Nuno Tavares, Ben White I'm a big fan of. He's a great defender. But some of the signings you have to question. Aaron Ramsdale, when we let Emi Martinez go last season to Aston Villa, he has been outstanding for Aston Villa over the last 12 months. Outstanding. We let him go and we spend money on Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale has been relegated at least twice, the teams he's played for. It just doesn't make sense. And this is not a knee-jerk reaction from me, the old school gunner, or from all the Arsenal fans out there. This has been coming for a while. Last November, we should have got rid of Arteta. There was a couple of protests, pressure was mounting. Now you see we didn't get rid of him. Look at the position we're in now. We're last in the Premier League. We're 20th. We're breaking all kinds of records. Worst start to the season for 67 years. No European football for 25 years. Edu will have you believe that everything is going according to plan. There's no problems at all in the club. If you believe that, no guys, you only have yourself to blame for this. Are you still trusting the process? What process are they talking about? Edu recently did an interview with Sky Sports. Okay? Technical director talking to Sky Sports. He was talking that we have 6 players that we signed in the transfer window. He thinks it was very good. 6 players we signed are under 23 years of age. Now don't tell me that that's what's required. I'm all for the youth setup. I'm all for that. They have this youth action policy that Vinay was also talking about. We need the players now. We can't be looking in 4 seasons. We can't be looking in 5 seasons. We need to be like Chelsea and Liverpool and Spurs, as much as I hate to say it, are light years ahead of us in this regard. All of those teams we need to be competing with. We need to be up there. We need the quality now on the field. Proven winners that can do it. I'm all for youth, guys. I'm all for this. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a very good idea. But right now, as it stands, we need proven winners on the field. We can't be just buying players for the future. Edu, when he's talking like this, he's obviously deluded. They asked him what are his plans for the season, what are his aims and goals, position-wise. Where does he see us finishing? What does he think we can do? He said he doesn't know. That tells you everything. When Brentford got promoted, guys, to the Premier League, when their manager was asked what his aim and his goal for it was the season, he said it was to win the Premier League. Okay? Chances of them doing that? Who's to know? But he has the right attitude. You ask the people at Arsenal in charge, they're sitting on the fence. They don't have any aims. They don't have any goals. That is in itself the problem with the club. It's only going to get worse from here on in. How can it possibly improve when the people in charge are leading us forward like that? It doesn't matter how many players we buy. It doesn't matter what positions we strengthen. If that continues in the same vein, the club is finished. If Mikel Arteta and if Edu Gaspar remain in their positions at the club, never mind about Kroenke, we need him gone too. If the 2 of them remain, the club is absolutely finished. That's the end of it. If we're still trusting the process now, if we're not on the same page, nothing to talk about. This is serious stuff we're talking about here. We're in last place in the Premier League, 20th place. We're in the relegation zone. We haven't won a game in the first 3. We haven't even scored a goal, and we've conceded 9. Never mind the injuries, never mind COVID, never mind this, and never mind that. There's no excuses for that. The first game against Brentford was well within our compass to win. We had the players on the field to do the business. The performance was heartless, spineless, gutless, cowardly, lacking invention, lacking technical skills, lacking the know-how, lacking the pace and the skill to break down the opposition. We were predictable, we were boring, we were lacking determination, we were lacking effort. Everything you wouldn't want in that performance was there to see, was there on show. It doesn't matter if we play Chelsea, City, Brentford, it doesn't matter. This weekend, we're going to play Norwich. What do I think about that game? I don't think we're going to win that game. You think we're going to win that game? Look at the way the team has been playing recently. Admit it to yourself, we're in serious trouble here. We're not going to win that game. I honestly can't see where the goals are going to come from. Arteta has to come out that he supports Lacazette and Aubameyang. That's grand, okay? It's positive. But I think it's his way of saying, you can't trust the word that comes out of that man's mouth. Him and Arteta together, the most arrogant people you would ever meet. They think their shit doesn't stink. It stinks to high heaven. Look, I'm going to try to keep the video as clean as I can, alright? The way it is, the way it's set up, it's going to end in failure. Why are they giving contracts to Rob Holding, to Granit Xhaka? Think about that now. Why did we play the team we played against Manchester City? Why did Kolasinac feature? Why did Cedric feature? Why did Holding feature? Awful, awful, awful players. I mean, we were on a hiding to nothing from day one. Bernd Leno stopped it from being a massacre. If it wasn't for him, it could have been 9 or 10. Luckily, he kept it down to 5. City took their foot off the gas after a while. Listen, if you're still trusting Edu and Arteta, I don't know what to say for you. They can't be trusted. They don't have the best interests of the club at heart. They don't have the best interests of the club at heart. That's what I want to say. The two of them together, they don't see the problems within the team. It's running from the front to the back through the core of the club. It's everywhere and it's spreading. We've been getting worse and worse and worse. And now it's like the nadir. We're in last position. The game against Norwich, the two strikers, Edu coming out in support of them. That's the point I wanted to make. I'm going to finish on this point, okay? The two strikers. It's great that he's giving them support, that he believes in them. Lacazette was our top scorer last season. Aubameyang is a class striker. He's the best striker at the club. But last year Lacazette was top scorer. Aubameyang has fantastic potential, ability, but he hasn't been doing it. Now he's saying he's putting faith in them. Is that his way of saying we're not going to buy the new striker we need? We're crying out for a top class forward. We're crying out for a CAM. So him saying he puts faith in them, that's basically job done, guys. Game over. We're not going to have the striker we need. You understand what he's saying with that? And there's no problem at the club. Look at how we do this season. Look where we finish in the league. We need to get back into Europe. First time in 25 years we're not in Europe. We need to qualify for Europe. We're not going to get in Europe with the team we have. With the manager, I mean to say, at the end of this month we have to play Tottenham. Now I'm not going to compare directly with them. Look at their manager, look at ours. Look at their manager and look at ours. Now tell me who you think is going to win that game. It doesn't matter what players we have. It's down to the manager. If you still trust the process, shame on you. I'm making this video for Arsenal Football Club, for all the fans out there. For Warren from Warren's Team Talk, Arsenal Alex, Drawn by Dre, Stapes and the 3 Pointers, all the fans out there. Northside London, Daniel Phillips, the US Schooner over in America that was on my show. This is for all Arsenal fans. This is for you and this is for me. This is not about money. This is not about ego. This is not about walking on the street with my head held high in confidence and making fun of other fans. This is about the club. It's bigger than that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't trust the process any longer. We need to boycott games. We need to do a walkout after a certain minute. Go into the stadium and then leave at a certain point. Coordinated. Everyone walks out. That's how Arsene Wenger was pushed out. That is what needs to happen. It's come to this point now. There's no other way. If this was any other club in England, any other Premier League club, there would be war on the streets. Mass hysteria. Can you imagine what the Manchester United fans would do? Can you imagine what Liverpool and Everton would do? And we're just taking it. Taking it. And the club is on the slide into absolute mediocrity. We're heading for the championship. I honestly think relegation is a real possibility this season. I'm going to leave it at that. Smash that like for me, smash that subscribe, and think of the club. Think of our football club and what's happening to it. It's more important than anything. It's more important than my YouTube channel. I couldn't care less about that, to be honest. I care about the club. That's why I'm making this video. I don't care about views. I don't care about subscribers. I don't care about any of that crap. I just care about the club. I hope this hits home. Take it easy, guys. Come on, you Gooners. Peace.